Hey everybody, Christopher Titus. Hey, we're putting up another special this week. We're putting up Voice in My Head. It's 90 minutes of my worst screw-ups in life. I am in my backyard right now. And guys, I've been reading about this, the 19, and it's bad. Please stay in. Do not screw around. Do not say this is some kind of hoax, because it ain't. It's harsh, and it hurts. And some people ain't gonna make it. So stay in, stay safe, enjoy another 90-minute comedy special. We did Love is Evil last week. Thanks for the response. And when we get back to work, which we will get back to work fast if everybody just stays away from each other. If we burn this thing out, we're good. If we keep mixing and doing stuff, it's gonna take forever. Don't buy the hype. It's bad. Here's Voice in My Head. Please enjoy it. Here's our special for this week. And then subscribe to the channel, and we will be giving you Armageddon updates and podcasts and new comedy specials. Thanks, guys. And be safe. I love you all. Bye.
To it.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get to this thing called life. Electric word, life, it means forever, and it's also a breakfast cereal. Tonight, we are gonna go to the Church of Comedy, Fresno, California Parish. We want you to bring your pain, because we got jokes in an open bar, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, we are gonna use the power of comedy to heal the pain of the outside world, to stop that tumor growth that started in you when you spent Christmas with your relatives. Tonight, we are gonna take you to the Church of the Epic Fail, where bad decisions are the motherfucking religion. Yes, because I am the minister of mistakes. I am the shaman of shitstorms. Ladies and gentlemen, if there was a fuck-up pope, I would have a 3-foot hat. Now, what is an epic fail? A failure is when your car runs out of gas. An epic fail is when your car explodes because you used an old sock for a gas cap. Can I have a hallelujah? Yes. My name is Christopher Titus. I'm a loser, and I can prove it. Now, we all feel like losers sometimes, don't we? Don't we feel like it? But you guys got nothing on me. Unless your address is cell block B, top bunk, you're drinking toilet bowl wine and wearing lipstick because every day in prison is Valentine's Day, I win. I said one sentence one time that cost me $30 million. Who wants to play, bitches? And just to be clear, I had $0 million when I made the $30 million fuck up. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm the worst kind of loser, because I succeed at something, then I take it one step further to epic failure. My whole life I thought I was a loser. You know, in those brief moments of my life I said, I'm not a loser, I'm a winner. I had my dad right there to just stomp that delusion with a steel-toed insult. And then if my self-esteem pulse continued to beat, my father would point out that I came out of the womb of a mentally ill woman, and it wasn't my fault I was a loser, it was genetic. Thank you, Dad, I love you too. Now, I'll admit it, my father was tough on me, but his father was tough on him. My grandfather came out of the Depression, and if you're in here tonight and you have relatives from the Depression still alive, don't worry, they ain't gonna be here long. Because what a pain in the ass they are. Oh, try to complain to someone from the Depression. It's kind of hot today. You don't know what hot is. When I was growing up, the sun was 1,000,000 miles closer to the earth than it is right now. We didn't have food. We ate dirt and turnips and rat feet. That's all we had. On Thanksgiving, we were lucky if we had hobo stew. Do you know how long it takes to cut up a goddamn hobo? Yeah! You kids today with your hobo cutting lasers, sons of bitches. I just said it was hot, Grandma, but that's all I said. So, you know why they're hard to deal with? Because they were badasses. They're kick-ass. We currently, in America, are a pussy generation. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Try to get somewhere without your GPS. Oh, my GPS is broken. What am I going to do? But the good news is if I get there, my car can parallel park itself. Oh, my God. We're so lame, we can't even do this anymore. And if you're in here tonight and you have a child under the age of 10, I don't need to meet the kid. I know the kid's a pussy. Oh yeah, I called it. I have two, 8 and 11. My job every day, I look at the Lord, please God, depussify these children. And if you're in here tonight and you happen to be a countdown mom, I want you to know something. Your husband hates your guts. Just one time. No. I'm down in LA at the Sherman Oaks Galleria about 2 months ago. Here's what I hear behind me. Justin. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2. Lady. Why don't you just start at 40? He's obviously riveted. I can't imagine my father giving me a window to find out if I was screwing up. I did not have a countdown dad. I had a beat down dad. If my father ever got the one, I heard about it when I woke up from the coma. Welcome back. I got the one. You're 14 now. And you better get a job because we got hospital bills. Correction, you got hospital bills. Yeah. And we become so uptight about kids, and they're gonna get hurt. Oh my God, our kids are getting hurt. What's gonna happen? All this horrible things happening. We're so protective of our children. Oh my God, don't let anything get there. Try to help someone else's kid. Go to school with your kid. Try to, hey, let me show you how to do that. No. I don't want you to help it. I want Devin to discover it. No, I don't want to teach him. Let him discover it. I was showing him how to use a fork. I know, let him discover it. He's fucking 11. Can I at least cut off the food supply and increase the learning curve a little bit? I can't imagine my dad, let me discover it. My father had a schedule for my ass. At 9 months, you learn to crap and wipe yourself. At 13 months, you learn to crack a beer and you bring it to your father and you don't spill a damn drop. At 2.5 years, you move to the Philippines, you start building tennis shoes for Nike. Let's go. I need a toddler with a job. Legos ain't free. My father built a 500 horsepower jet ski boat that he taught me to ski behind when I was 5. And I don't know if you know how a jet boat works. It sucks in water through the bottom and blows it out the back with the force of 3 fire hoses. So skiing behind my dad's boat was kind of like being a civil rights protester in Selma, Alabama. At 5. And just to be clear, we weren't rich. My father would buy, we hadn't have any money. My dad got a boat from like an insurance total. The guy who had stolen the boat had used a chainsaw to cut the motor out and cut the dash out. My father bought it for $50, fiberglassed it back together, put his family in it, and put it on the water. That's attempted murder. And this boat was ridiculous, man. 500 horsepower, drove in the lake with a hole in the ozone directly over it at all times. And because it used so much gas, man, I was like, don't you let go of that ski rope. You let go of that ski rope, you swim back. So I never let go of the ski rope. Before I learned to ski, I learned to skip. And the day my dad taught me how to water ski, he didn't like to discover. He informed me. We were driving up to Lake Tulloch, man. My dad looks over in the rearview mirror. I'm 5 years old. Hey, you're gonna learn to ski this weekend, all right? I'm not gonna have you sitting in the back of the boat like some little fruitcake with your diapers on, all right? You're 5. It's time to grow up. Can I start smoking, drinking, and whoring like you, Dad? Smoking, yes. Whoring's bad for you. We get up to the lake. I try all day Friday afternoon. I can't get up. I bust my ass. All day Saturday, I can't. And the one thing I loved about water skiing, when I would watch people do it, they'd come in and do that whip. They do this spray, let go up, and they do that sink thing. When I was a kid, that was the coolest thing I'd ever seen in my life. Couldn't wait to do it. But I can't get up all day Saturday. But I never let go of the rope. No, I was not a toddler playing submarine. Oh, I was a submarine. I had water in every orifice. I get out of the lake and just leak for an hour and a half. Hold on, give me a minute. Try all day Sunday, can't get up. Finally, end of the day, boat trailers in the water. My dad's pissed off, takes me aside. We're going out one more time, and you're gonna ski now. By the way, do you know how much extra money I spent on beer just dragging your ass around the lake this weekend? You see these dots on my forehead? That is skin cancer I got since we got here. So you're skiing now, you got it? Yeah, Dad, I'm inspired. Inspired feels like scared, right? And I get behind the boat, and I'm desperate, scared. I grab it as hard as I could. I get hit it, and I get up, and I'm doing it. I'm doing 65 miles an hour behind this damn boat. And the water is just blowing chunks of flesh off my skeleton. And I realize this is the last run of the day, and if I fall, I don't get to do the thing, so I want to do that thing. So I let go. And I heard the boat get angry. And my dad pulls up and I go, Dad, I got him. He goes, you loser! I busted my ass all weekend to teach you to ski, and the second you got up, you let go. I'm not even sure you're my kid. Get in this boat and shut up. And that was the day my inner retard was born. Yes, now, some of you may know what the inner retard is. Let me tell you what it is. The inner retard is that little voice in your head that hates your guts. See, it's there all the time. Everyone has one. Every woman in here has one. I met the best guy ever. He's the one I'm gonna marry. You know he's sleeping with your sister, right? If I was you, I would start checking his Texases. Go laugh, guys. You got it too. Some of you got it tonight. Some of you got out of the shower today. I'm looking good. I'm gonna get some women tonight. Yeah, get ready for a whole lot of no. If I was you, I'd plan a CVS lotion run. Now, before we go any further, I want to talk about the word retard, because a lot of people get pissed, especially here in California. Oh my God, you can't say retard. Oh, you can't say retard. In my life, whenever I've used the word retard, never once have I thought of someone with MS or CP or Downs or autism or has got legs going out the back of their shoulders because one of their chromosomes forgot to tell a DNA strand it was going on vacation. That is just disabled. And as a matter of fact, if I ever saw someone calling someone like that retarded, they would have to deal with me physically. That's right. But every man in this room has a buddy who, after his 5th beer, will hang out a car window. Hey, cops! You want to fight, you bunch of queers? That guy's a retard. Sorry. Every woman in here has a girlfriend who at one point showed up at your house. Oh my God, we got in a fight and he pushed me. He pushed you, you're never gonna see him again. I'm never gonna see him again. 2 weeks later, not only is she seeing that dude again, she's moved in and agreed to marry him. Retard. Rihanna-tard.
define the word retard. What does it mean? It means you were born a certain way. You were born a certain level, but you didn't live up to that. You were behind where you should have been. You were retarded, right? But let's talk about this. That guy in the Olympics with the blades for legs, let me ask you something. Any of you guys make the Olympics? I see people, paraplegics, going to law school, getting these law degrees, taking down these billion-dollar companies in civil suits. I'm sorry, kids with Downs have access to a level of love that we can't even imagine. I'm sorry, that's not retarded, that's advanced. But if you have everything working perfectly, you have all your facilities about you, but you end up addicted to crystal meth and living under a bridge, you're fucking retarded. I have a friend of mine, I got a buddy of mine, got cerebral palsy, a guy named Michael Laronin, very funny comedian, man, but he's knurled up, man, he's like this, and his brain is fine, but he's like this. And let me tell you something about hanging out with disabled people. They use that shit against us. When Mike walks on stage, it takes him forever. This is how he gets on stage. See how creeped out you already are right now? He gets to the microphone, this is how he starts the show. I just want everyone to know that this happened since I got here. Don't eat the nachos. Very funny. Very smart, too. So one day we did our show, we're back east, we did shows on Saturday night. Sunday morning we go to breakfast. At breakfast he brings his buddy Tony, I got my buddy Tommy with me. Waitress comes over, asks Tony what he wants, tells her, asks me, I tell her, asks Tommy, tells her. The waitress turns to Mike, looks back at me and goes, what will he have? And I look at Mike because I know something's gonna break off. And I look at him, I see Satan flash across his face. And my first thought was, you don't deserve better parking because you're an evil prick. Now, what I thought was gonna happen, I thought Mike was gonna get indignant. I could handle myself. Instead, Mike goes the other way, turns the level of disability up 3,000%. And goes, I would like to order boobies, yours will be fine, thank you. He goes off. The waitress goes, can you turn him off? No, maybe you can flip his switch. For the next hour and a half, Mike destroyed this woman's psyche. Man, if she put a glass of water down, bam! Oh, that was a tsunami. She must have brought us like 30 forks. I dropped another pokey thing. I'm sorry. I need another pokey thing for my chicken fingers. How many fingers do a chicken have? Now, I'm his friend. I didn't laugh once, and it was hard. End of the meal, she comes over with the check, and she's got the check, and she's just shaking. The check's vibrating in her hand. And she's probably working in a toll booth right now. And she goes, I'm so sorry. Mike goes, don't be sorry, you're my favorite waitress. I will see you tomorrow. Yeah. So we walk outside, and I can't take it anymore. I lose it. I hit the grass. I'm like, dude, that's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Mike, dead serious. That bitch deserved it. That, my friend, is a retard. So are we clear where I stand on the word now? Good. Here's why I'm claiming this word back for us. It describes us. Some of you guys, every day there's something retarded in your life. Some of you get out of bed every morning, get out of the shower, look in the mirror, oh, that tattoo was retarded. What was I thinking, man? I had retarded jobs. Early on, one of my early jobs, I was Darth Vader. I wasn't the Darth Vader. I was a low-rent, white trash, teenage Darth Vader, which is the name of my next movie. See, my high school was run by the mob or the teachers union, you pick. And they would hire the juniors and seniors out to local businesses, and we get like $1 an hour and 5 California public school credits per semester. And with my grades, I was like, 5 credits a semester? I only have to work 300 semesters. My counselor calls me in one day and he goes, Titus, I got you a job. You're working at PJ's ice cream parlor as Darth Vader. And I was 16, so I'm like, whoa, that sounds like 2 jobs. And dude, do you even know Darth Vader, bro? Lord of Evil? I don't think he'd be scooping Rocky Road, do you? And I've been in drama 2 years, bro. How do I even play that character, right? All right, give me a second to do my process. Okay, so Darth Vader got fired after the Death Star blew up. You know, he took the rap, wasn't his fault, but he's a badass. Then he moved to Tatooine, which is kind of like the intergalactic Tulare. Jabba got him addicted to crystal meth. He did some time for trafficking. Then when he got out, he moved into a halfway house. Now he's trying to rebuild his life working at an ice cream parlor. Okay, I can do this. I go to PJ's ice cream parlor. I walk in. The guy doesn't say anything to me except, you're hired. Because at 16, I was 6'2", and I fit the Darth Vader suit. The job application was a tape measure, basically. You know why? You can't hire Hobbit Vader. That's why. I go, what am I doing? He goes, you're going to be Darth Vader on the weekends at little kids' birthday parties. And even at 16, I was like, did they run out of Charles Manson costumes? Maybe a Silence of the Lambs mask? What up? They had spent $300 on the Darth Vader helmet. I looked exactly like Darth Vader. From here, up. From here down, they had gone to the Salvation Army and purchased a black crushed velvet tuxedo, shiny black rain boots, and somebody had donated from their own home a black silk sheet. For my cape, I had shoulder herpes for 2 years. They had built a homemade Darth Vader panel out of blender parts and a light bright. Laugh all you want, but you hit Puri, it lit up. The problem was the battery pack. It was 4 9-volt batteries twisted together with wires, and when it lit up, it would shock me. So between the tuxedo and this thing, I was like lounge singer Tourette's Darth Vader. I go, what am I doing? Oh, guys, here's the plan. What you're gonna do on the weekends is when we're having the birthday party, you're gonna wait outside the curtain, and while the party's going on in the back room, when they get to the happy birthday song, you whip the curtain open and you reveal Darth Vader. I'm cool, I'm so stoked. But I'm 16, I don't sound like Darth Vader. Luke, I'm your father, bro. I made that noise with my mouth. Now, the first day we did this, and the last day we did this, I'm ready, man. Little kid named Andy, turning 6. I'm outside the curtain, I'm pumped up, man. I got my lightsaber, my boots are polished, my helmet is perfect, got my bow tie straight. Happy birthday to Andy. Happy birthday to you. And I give it all I got. I go, happy birthday, Andy! And this little kid did not look at me like, wow, Darth Vader! He looked at me, then looked at his mom like, who the fuck invited Darth Vader? And I see him panic, so instinctively I reach out for him. Right, and he saw the movie because he goes, ah! At that point, the clown, who's my hype man, jumps in front of the kids and goes, don't worry, guys, it's only Darth Vader. Yeah, kids, relax. It's only Darth Vader. Jews, chill. It's just Hitler. Two things that scare children more than anything are Darth Vader and clowns, and they're working together. So the whole party comes apart. Just kids going, ah! Here's why I got fired. While this melee is going on, I'm trying to help, not thinking I'm in a Darth Vader outfit. In the middle of trying to help, all of a sudden the back of my head starts snapping forward like this because Andy's older brother, who's 11, has jumped on a chair behind me and started going, you ain't Darth Vader. You ain't really Darth Vader. Come on, Darth Vader. And I was in character. So I went, pah! And knocked his little ass off the chair. Who's not Darth Vader now, bitch? And that's how I got into show business. Yes! Yes! Do you feel the power? See, because by the way, sometimes the failure would drive you on to your future because you set the past on fire. Thank God for show business, man. Thank God. Thank God I found this in you guys. Because you know what? I was a DF student. Man, I was horrible. If I didn't learn to misspell in joke form, I would be turning tricks in a Denny's parking lot right now. My street name would be Grand Slam Titus. Yeah, sign-up sheet's on the dumpster. But it says sing-up sheet, sorry. And I want you to know something, and just let me acknowledge you guys for a second. This is my 5th comedy special, and I have to tell you something. That I'm playing this theater and you guys all came tonight is an honor, and it's humbling. But I want you to know something. I earned this shit. I'm telling you. No, because I paid some dues, man. I played shows for some people, some rednecks. And I don't mean those cute Jeff Foxworthy rednecks. They're kind of cuddly. I mean that Swamp People show where they're killing alligator rednecks. Honey Boo Boo, the dark side. Yeah, we caught us a couple of gators. We're going to use a tail for soup, the skin for some sheets, take the teeth down to the local kiosk at the mall, sell them to the tourists, and use that money to go see Christopher Titus. I hear that show's a humdinger. Those people. And I'm not doing a character. Those are the people. I did a show in Louisiana one time where people from my own country couldn't quite speak the language. I'm in Baton Rouge, I'm doing this one-nighter, and I'm 5 minutes into the show, not one laugh. And I don't suck at this, I get one laugh in 5 minutes. Dude looks at his buddy, this is what I hear. Gompon, chanton, chanton. What the hell are you speaking, banjo? What the hell is that? No, boy, that's Creole. Creole banjo kind of sounds the same to me. And I would go on these road tours, do these horrible one-nighters through these little tiny clubs. And the last tour I did down south was called the Macon Tour. It was called the Macon Tour because that was the crown jewel. That was Saturday night. You couldn't wait to get to Saturday night. Do you know how sad your life is that you're looking forward to get to Macon, Georgia? And every night on the way to Saturday was these horrible little towns, these tiny, tiny ass little towns with one club, and they did something different every night in the club to keep the doors open. Like Monday night was Wet T-Shirt Contest, sponsored by K-Rock with Bobby and Steve. And Tuesday night was Air Guitar Championship, sponsored by WBAS, The Bash with the Wild Man. And then Wednesday night was Lynching, sponsored by K-Boot, Georgia's best racist country, with Philip and the Klansmen. And then Sunday was Black Panther Barbecue House Party, sponsored by K-Soul with Playa and Smooth. Because the guy that ran the club wasn't a racist, he was a capitalist. He didn't give a shit. So I'm on stage when I do my show, everything's going all right. In the middle of my show, this human planet stands up in the back of the room. He's a monster, and he's wearing a white Boss Hog hat. That's why I can see him. And he starts ambling towards the stage. Because when you're 730, all you can do is amble. And I'm thinking, well, he's not coming to me. You know, he's just walking through the crowd. But then I realize he is coming to me because the gravity starts to get more intense. The dude walks right to the edge of the stage. I am mid-joke, reaches up, snatches the microphone out of my hand, turns back and goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, if there's a Kathleen Mason here, your baby's got 104 temperature, and you need to get home." And the audience is staring at me. I go, "Ladies and gentlemen, the president's been shot. Now back to comedy." I was making fun of it. Good, you guys get it. These people are like, "The president's been shot, and there's a sick baby. It's Armageddon. Bobby, get the guns." So then I go, "Is Kathleen Mason here?" And there was no answer because she was obviously giving someone a Hummer in the parking lot. Small town, Hummer-based economy. So I go, "Can we at least have a moment of silence for the baby?" I didn't mean it like that. I meant like a moment of prayer so the baby was okay. But these people are like, "Hold on, son, a couple things we don't make fun of in our town. Your neighbor's pickup truck's lift kit and sick babies." So they hate my guts. I start tap dancing to get them laughing again. I finally get them laughing again. I walk off stage to go back and get paid my $65. Who's paying me? Boss Hogg, and he is pissed off, man. "Can't believe what I seen tonight, boy." I know, you took the mic out of my hand. I got him laughing again. I'm a genius. "That ain't what I'm talking about, you California fruitcake smart ass. What you said, boy, and I want you to know something. That baby dies, it's on your head." I'm not making any of this up. That baby dies, it's on your head. I killed a baby with comedy. That's how powerful I am. Oh yeah, oh yes. Oh yeah, they don't allow babies in my show anymore. Look around. Word has got out in the baby community. So what happens is, I leave that gig, I'm pissed off, and I stay in this hotel. They used to put in these horrible hotels, man. These people put me up nice. This is like the Hotel 4.5, you know, you'd have to like get a roll of saran wrap from Walmart to wrap yourself in so you can get into the bed. You know, and it's the South, so there's like this little window air conditioner keeps everything a balmy 82. And it sounds like a diesel generator that threw a rod. And I used to read a lot of Stephen King. Little tip, don't read Stephen King in the South. Because it is nonfiction at that point. So I'm sitting there and I'm reading this book. And all of a sudden on the pillow next to me, I see this. And it's one of those southern bugs that goes to like right here. And I think it was just reading over my shoulder. And here's what a tough badass I am. I go, "Ah!" Now I'm standing on the air conditioner wrapped in saran wrap. "Shoo, you need to shoo." Get up the next morning, I don't get any sleep. I'm driving, it's like 7 in the morning. By 8 o'clock, my agent calls me. I'm on the road, I got a 200-mile drive. "You gotta get to the next town, Titus, right away. There's a women's group there that wants you to do a noon show." You called Christopher Titus, right? Because you know my act. I killed a baby with it last night. He goes, "It's 50 extra bucks. I'm on it." I pull into this little crappy town, tiny little town, and it's a women's group at this little, it's a town auditorium. That's all it is. A women's group all wearing little cute hats, drinking mint juleps, and they're laughing. Now I'm gonna teach you guys how to mess with a comedian tonight, because I hear you guys in line saying shit sometimes. "Oh, I'm gonna heckle." Go ahead. On this stage, any comedian that works here will disembowel you. It's not a challenge, you know why? It's just our job. Every comedian, you guys need to know this, every comedian has 60 things in his head he's used a million times. So you're gonna say something, we're gonna slam you, audience is gonna laugh, we're gonna move on. Then you're gonna say something else, gonna slam you again, and the audience is gonna laugh again, except this time they're gonna start to hate you just a little bit. Then You're gonna say something else, gonna slam you one more time, and your girlfriend's not gonna sleep with you that night. And if you're a woman heckler, your guy is gonna sleep with you, but he's not calling you the next day. Then, if you say one more thing, I'm gonna go to my ace in the hole. I'm gonna get two guys at work here that are bigger than me. They're gonna pick your ass up and drag you out while the rest of us sing We Are the World. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. If you've gone to a lot of comedy shows, you've seen it happen. I'm not making that up. Here's how you destroy a comedian, though. Sit right up front and never laugh one time. The rest of the audience cheering, you never laugh. Just... And every couple of minutes, shake your head just a little bit. Because what happens is comedians are very damaged, as you've already seen tonight. And the inner retard just wakes up and starts screaming, what the hell's wrong with that guy, man? How come he's not laughing? The rest of these people are laughing. What the hell's wrong with him? You know what it is? Because they're stupid. You put the wool over their eyes. That guy, though, he's looking into your soul. He knows that you're a liar. You need to quit this job and become a roofer. So I'm doing this show for this ladies group. And everything's going well, except for this one woman. This one woman sitting right about here. Now I'm gonna yell at you in a second, ma'am. Just so you know, I'm not yelling at you, though. I'm yelling at that whore. Because not only will this woman not laugh, she won't look at me. If I look at her, she goes, And my inner retard is freaking out, man. He's like, what the hell did you do to that lady, man? All the rest of these ladies are laughing. Everybody's laughing. Why is that lady? Ooh, maybe that's Kathleen Mason. You killed her baby. You killed her baby. You killed her baby. And here's why I'm a loser. Here's why I'm an epic failure. Because I could have just kept doing my show. Could have kept just doing it. Audience wouldn't have known. They wouldn't have known because they were looking at the back of her head. They had no idea the one-act play that was going on in my skull. I could have just done my show. Instead, here's what the audience sees. Joke, laugh, joke, laugh, joke, laugh. And then for absolutely no reason, they see me go, what the hell is your problem, lady? Are you from Louisiana? Do you speak the banjo? Well, maybe your baby deserves to die. And this crowd just got quieter. Dead silence. And my inner reacher's like, I believe we're done here. You brought in the backhoe and dug a hole you cannot climb out of, my friend. It is time to say good night. And I go, good night. And it's noon. So now I look mentally ill. I walk off stage to dead silence, nothing. I go backstage, it was a little kitchenette, because it was a town auditorium. The comedian I'm working with, this guy named Carl Banks, is lying on the floor in front of the stove, curled up in a fetal position, and he is shaking with laughter. And I go, what the hell is your problem, man? He goes, she's blind! She's blind! You were screaming into the face of a blind woman. And she had no idea. Do you feel the power to fail? Yes, you do. But I am not making fun of rednecks at all, because every state has them. We've all been to Merced. Used to be a club there, man. Merced. Called Sweet Willie's. And I used to do comedy there all the time, man. And I'm gonna teach you guys another way to mess with a comedian. Heckle, but don't say anything. I'm doing a show, by the way, Sweet Willie's was owned by a guy that couldn't afford an Applebee's franchise. So what he had done is paint a building to look like Applebee's, went to a flea market, bought a bunch of crap, and just bolted it to the walls. He built Piece of Crapplebee's is what he built. So here's how you screw with a comedian. Here's another way to screw with them. Heckle, but don't say anything. I'm on stage one night doing this show. Show's going well. Except for this one guy. Every time he gets to the quiet part, this one guy in the back keeps doing this. How do I deal with the noise, right? So I kind of move on, I ignore it, move on. 2 minutes later, so I turn around, I fire off one of the things that I have in my head that I've used for years, gonna make them look stupid, audience laughs, we move on. Now I've been doing this a long time. Most of the time, I make someone look stupid, they are smart enough to take a long, tall drink out of a shut the fuck cup. This guy's quiet for like 10 minutes, right? He's quiet for like 10 minutes. Everything's going. I'm doing this bit that builds to an applause. Right before I hit the last joke, and I lose it. I go, dude, what do you do for a living? He goes, I'm in the Air Force. I said, why, you couldn't get into a real college? Oh, yeah. See, but at the time, it was the perfect thing to say. This audience went nuts. They were like, yeah! So I took a bow, and I took another bow, and when I turned back, the dude is on stage next to me. I'm 6'2", he's 6'5", he's wearing a cowboy hat, and the ceiling fan's clicking the feather. And I realize, hey, you're gonna get your ass kicked in front of 300 people. Hey, make sure you keep it funny. And here's how great you guys are when you get together. In desperation, I turn to the crowd, I go, if this guy touches me, how many of you guys gonna kick his ass? And the whole crowd went, yeah! And I went, eat me. And he sat his country ass down. Beat the hell out of me in the parking lot after that show. Because I made a big mistake. I had a glass of wine with the owner of the club, I got paid, everybody's left, right? I go out to the parking lot, I'm putting my key in my car, and I hear, so, you don't like the Air Force, huh, faggot? Well, now I'm frightened and morally offended. Because not a fighter, wasn't a fighter, not at all. And the problem is when you're a dude and you hang out with other dudes, every group of guys has one guy in it who is a fighter. Either he's a martial artist or an MMA guy, or he's just insane. And the problem is when you're hanging out with that dude, if something really does go down, you're pretty much his date. Give me your keys and your wallet, go get them, I'll wait here. I'm gonna order you a Cabernet, I'm gonna have a Pinot Grigio. Go fight him! Every guy in here knows which guy he is, too. My buddy Tommy's that guy. My buddy Tommy, man, stunt man, second-degree black belt, he's a badass. His job is he jumps in front of cars on purpose. They run him over, he gets up, they pay him, he does it again. That's Tommy. So I get my ass kicked in the parking lot. Tommy goes, I can't be here all the time, man. And the crap you say on stage, this is gonna happen again. You need to learn to take care of yourself. What, like a gun? No. No. Idiot. I want you to start taking martial arts with me. So it was something I wanted to do since I was a little kid. I'm not bragging about it. It was a bucket list thing. I started taking martial arts. I trained for 6 years. I get to the point where I'm gonna test for the black belt. Yes. Now let's go to the epic fail. Our master was a guy named Master Kim, because they're all named Master Kim. Even the white guys. How you doing? I'm Master Kim. I think you're Master Brian. Our Master Kim, by the way, was a badass. He'd actually trained the Argentinian Olympic team to gold medals. He actually been in the country 35 years, barely spoke English, and would never use your real name. For 6 years, the man called me Comedy Boy. He called Tommy Stunter Man. So one day, about 2 weeks before this big test, he comes in, Comedy Boy, Stunter Man, come here. Big test to come up. I invite a 4 grandmaster from Korea to watch a test. I would like you to do a comedy stuntman. What did he say? Ah, look, comedy stuntman. Oh. What did he say? We find out after some time he wants to do a comedy stuntman demonstration. Okay, I'm a writer. I write the scene, Tommy practices, we practice for 2 weeks. Badass. Now, we're gonna start the story here. I had just passed my test. Success. Now we're gonna head towards the mountaintop of the epic fail. Master goes, everybody go to do demo between adult and kid and comedy voice stuntman, go! And we do this fight scene. It's pretty cool. Tommy's a great stuntman. If I just swing at him, it looks like I nailed him. It's great. At the end of it, he runs at me full speed. I put my foot in his chest. I shoot him over my head. He lands in these boxes. Place goes nuts. Parents are going crazy. Kids are going, wee! We could have stopped right there. But I had told Tommy earlier, I said, dude, when they're all clapping, what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab 2 cinder blocks, we're gonna put 2 bricks across them, and then on 3, we're gonna break the bricks. And Tommy goes, cool, because he knows how to do it. So everyone's clapping, we put the bricks down, 1, 2, 3, bam! And I broke both bricks on my fucking hand. Ho, ho, ho! And I knew I did it because my inner retard was like, that was incredible! Do you realize the level of stupidity you had to get to? To put your flesh and bone through a couple of bricks? My God, you just received a dumbass black belt too. Wow. Next time I would center my chi. Now, I know it's broken, but I can't bitch up. There's $4 grand. I can't beg it. Oh, my hand's broken! By the way, I had just got my black belt. Now, the only thing I can use it for is to make a splint. So as cool as I can, I pick the cinder blocks up and put them in the corner. I set them down. I go stand in the corner because I'm a black belt now. That's right. I'm a badass. And I'm going to stand here and try not to pass out. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm just standing there waiting for the kids to finish, and I hear, comedy boy! Yes, master. Today, you black belt. You're going to help a kid test. I want you to hold the board for a kid to break. Yes, master. And I make my hand into this hook, and I start sliding boards in. Oh, and the cool thing about 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old martial artists is they're accurate. Because every single one kicked me directly in the bone that was sticking out of the side of my hand. It sounded like a door stopper. Brrr, brrr. And I'm just trying not to pass out, man. Dragons are flying by. I'm hearing that music. Bing, dong, bang, ding, dong, bong. We get through that, master goes, everybody good test, I'll see you next week. I grab my bag, I head out the door, I'm going right to the emergency room, and all of a sudden I hear, comedy boy! Oh. Yes, master. Oh, today, very impressive with your comedy stuntman. Grandmaster, very impressed. They ask if they could shake your hand. Yes, master. And these are 4 80-year-old Mr. Miyagi touch-of-death guys. And I know that every single one of them that grabbed this hand was like, oh, that feel like bag of Lincoln logs. But I did it. I couldn't say no. It's disrespectful. So I did. I said, ah! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I grab my bag. I go directly to the emergency room. Doctor goes, "What the hell happened to you?" I don't have to tell you. I'm an American. I didn't just break it, I shattered it. I have a piece of titanium from here to here. I'm part Terminator now, bitches. If I keep screwing up like this, watch out, Skynet. I go back to class 2 weeks later, my hand's in a cast, and I go, Master, I want you to know what happened when I broke the brakes. I broke my hand. He goes, oh, that's why. Why what? After you leave, Grandmaster asked me why you tried to speak Korean. See, I took martial arts when I was older because when I was a kid, I wanted to do it, but we couldn't afford it. And my dad had a great job, you know, made good money, but he got divorced 6 times. So we had money on Friday. And on Saturday, the mailman drove it away. So when I got older, I went a little crazy with money. Because we always had used cars, we didn't have new cars, nothing like that. When I got my TV show, I went nuts in the second year, and I purchased the redneck dream car, the Dodge Viper. And just so you women know, I have a normal-sized penis. I don't even know, what is the deal with that, ladies? What is your problem with that? Oh my God, look at that guy's car, he's got to be like that. Does that mean everyone driving a Prius is hung like a bear? Is that what that means? You better be, you're driving a Prius. There you go. We're men, we just want cool cars, that's why. The Viper, by the way, is a stupid car. It is a cartoon. V10, 600 horsepower, didn't need a steering wheel. You hit the gas hard enough, it just decided where it wanted to go. I realized in about a day, I'm gonna kill myself and possibly some other people in this car. So trying to be smart, I go to Willow Springs Raceway down in Southern California and get a driving instruction class. Willow Springs, by the way, is where they shot that Elvis movie, Spin Out. So here's the ingredients for this story. I'm a grown man full of testosterone in a car that'll do almost 200 miles an hour on a racetrack that Elvis Presley drove on. Do you feel the pain coming? I mean, the instructors in the cars, I'm going to learn to drive my Viper real fast today. Hey, going to learn to drive my Viper, get out of my way. Like, what are you doing? Shut up, man, how come you ain't singing? Quick, give me a Percocet and a Vicodin, come on. It's my birthday. And we're going around this track in this badass car, but we're doing 30 miles an hour, man. And he's going turning and braking distance and apex and exit speed and blah, 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 blah. I just want to race my race car. So we get around the track twice, and he goes, what do you think? I think I'm ready to go, I'm going and go. And he says, okay. Let me give you guys a tip. If you ever hire an expert to teach you something really dangerous, and when you say you're ready to solo, he goes, okay. Listen for subtext. Man, I just dropped the hammer. I'm a dude, drop the hammer, hit the first corner 130, hit the second corner, which I know goes up the hill in that way, because I've been around the track twice already. But during the last lap, someone had moved it. Because now it goes up the hill in that way, and I hit open desert at 130 miles an hour. Oh yeah, I violated some wildlife statutes. There were some inquisitive animals that stuck their heads out. What's that noise? Pig! And my inner retard's going, that noise is rocks bouncing off your brand new car. That's what that noise is. Hey, it kind of sounds like reggae. Boonka dinka doonka boonka dinka. Boonka dinka dinka boonka dinka doonka boonka. Now, I'm off the road, scared out of my mind. I mean, it was horrible. I was death gripping the wheel, I had my foot stuck to the floor. And this is the perfect time to give me some instruction. But he's all, ah! So my best friend jumps in, hey man, just aim back for the track. You got this, you got this. So I aim back for the track. The edge of the track has a bump of asphalt this big along it. I hit that at 130 miles an hour. And shall we say the Viper lost purchase with the earth, nay? Now I'm sideways at 130 miles an hour, looking directly at the instructor. Perfect time to help me out, but he can't see because of the crying. Here are the next 8 seconds of my life. Now I'm backwards at 130 miles an hour. And I did what most men do in the situation. I just let go. I figured, how much worse could this get? Here's how much worse. The car flew off the infield, backwards and sideways at 130. I had a 2-foot drop, and I no longer need a driving instructor. I need someone who knows aviation. Like if he'd have tried to instruct me then, I'd be, shut up, I don't need you unless you can pull the flaps. We flew so far, I prayed 3 times. Please God, don't kill us, please God, don't kill us. We hit on my side, the car went up totally vertical like this, and paused. Even my inner retard was like, I got nothing. You better do something, because if you die, I die. Mercifully, the car came down those wheels. We hit so hard, and car guys will get this. The rear tire of the Viper is about this wide. The steel-belted radio peeled off the rim and folded over itself like a condom. Hear the oh shit from the guys just then? Front end broke, radiator fell out, front tire popped. Does anybody here ever wrecked a car in the dirt with their windows down? Because it was as if the universe in its infinite wisdom had decided to turn my brand new car into a planter. The Lord went, let's see how much outside we can put inside. Just dirt. And we're stopped, but my brand new car is making this noise. I'm death gripping the wheel. Foot still to the floor. The silhouette of the instructor slowly comes through the dust. That's not how you do it. Okay. Yeah, where were you 400 yards ago? The emergency brake is right there. I believe our instructor needs an instructor. But I would not give up this job for anything. All the stupidity. How many people get to turn their stupidity into this? And I got to do stuff because of this job. My God, I'm so blessed. I got to go to Iraq for the troops twice and went to Europe for the troops. When I got back, Comedy Central goes, not for me. Not for me. Anyway, so when I get back from that, Comedy Central goes, hey, Titus, do you want to do like one of these Welcome the Troops Home specials we're going to shoot? You want to host one? I said, yes. They said, all right, go down to San Diego and film some stuff with the troops. And I go, cool. So I go down to San Diego and I meet the troops. I meet the Navy SEALs. And I do like 3 push-ups on camera. They do 3,000. I vomit. It's hilarious. Then we go over and they put me in an altitude chamber, but they didn't tell me they were going to do it. They turned the oxygen off and I passed out, which I have to admit, when I watched it, it was hilarious. I don't remember it because it burned out 2 of the memory centers on this side of my brain, and I had to relearn how to use a spoon with this hand, but whatever. We do a fake parachute thing, it's great. We get done with that, and I go, all right, we done filming? Cool. All right, I'm going to go get ready for the show, and I start to leave, and one of the guys goes, hey, Titus, before you go, man, do you want to go play with the attack dogs? See, now you heard what was said. But I'm a whore. Look what I do for a living. My job is to get in front of a bunch of drunk strangers and make them like me. That's pathetic. You know why? Because I don't like myself. I need you guys to go, you're funny, we like you. And I go, yay, I don't have to suck on a bullet again tonight. Ha 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 ha. No, thank you. But if there's a camera on me, that means there's possibly millions of people through the camera that could like me too. So when you guys heard attack dogs, I heard, hey man, you get to be on TV some more. So I go to this yard where they train these marine dogs. They're badass. These attack dogs are crazy, cool. They're the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. These dogs can sniff drugs in anything. You know, in an emergency, it can drive a Hummer. When I walked up, the dog was listening to Rosetta Stone. They tell me the dog's name is Taco, but I'm a douchebag comedian, and the camera's on me. It gotta be funny. So to be funny, I think it'd be funny to start calling the dog Taco and doing every horrible illegal immigrant joke I can to the dog. I was like, how's it going, Taco? See some marks on your belly. You just come over the fence from Tijuana. What's going on there, Taco, huh? You want me to sign some doggy dream act, Taco? That was going on, huh? You taking good American dog jobs away out in front of the Home Depot, Tacos? That was going on, where's your leaf blower, Taco? Ha, 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 ha. I'm not proud of it, but it's what I did. Here's what I forgot. The dog is smarter than me. And he knew I was making fun of him, because every time I said his name wrong, he would look up at his trainer like, really? Let me kill him or send me to Afghanistan. That's what I think he said anyway. By the way, the dog and the trainer, like the most amazing relationship, like brothers. It was crazy to watch. So they go, Titus, you want to do a attack simulation? Cool, sure. They put the sleeve on my arm, it's metal with padding and leather, and the dog jumps on me. And I'm telling you, this thing was metal. And I don't mean it was metal. I mean it was 58 Cadillac tail fin metal. And this dog crushed it around my arm like it was a moisturized butt wipe. I was like, no mas, Taco, no mas, no mas, Taco, stop it! Mr. Titus, the dog's jaws has 1,200 pounds per square inch. Yeah, someone could have told me that. This is not like PetSmart at all. So I go to the camera guy, did we get it? Yeah. So I start to leave. All right, guys, I'm gonna get ready. I start to leave, and the dog's trainer goes, Mr. Titus, before you go, do you want to do a full-out running attack simulation? You're a comedian, you probably couldn't handle it. Did this man just call you a bitch in front of a dog? Oh, I believe that he did. What you gonna do? Well, I think we all know what I'm gonna do. So I put the big padded pants on, the whole attack suit. Big padded pants, big padded jacket. Give me these big sleeves, big gloves. They don't give me anything for my head, because I've already agreed to play with the attack dogs. There's obviously nothing up here to protect. Here are the rules for the attack dog simulation. They said, Mr. Titus, run towards that corner as fast as you can, but don't look where you're going. You need to look over your shoulder at the dog and look him right in the eyes, because if you don't, he may. Go for your jugular. May. It's possible. It could happen. 50-50. You have to ask yourself, am I a jugular half full guy or a jugular half empty guy? So they say, go, and I start running, and I'm looking back at the dog, and I'm running, and I'm looking at the dog, and I'm running, and I'm running, and I run a long-ass way, and this dog won't chase me. I look back, the dog's going, all the trainer does is lean down and touch the dog. Dog went faster than my Viper ever did. and my adrenal gland excreted all over itself. I was like, ah! And my life is flashing. Darth Vader, kill the baby. Ah! And I can sense something coming, but I can't look at it because I want to keep my jugular. So I put my arm up like they told me, and the dog leaps, and I'm telling you, this animal winked at me midair. He's like, the dog hit me, I turned fence! The dog had timed it. So it hit me with 110 pounds of canine fury, just as I ran full adrenaline-fueled speed into an 8-foot wooden fence. Thank God I took the impact with my face, protecting the suit, and saving your tax dollars. You're welcome. So I bounce off the fence. I'm half knocked out. I'm bleeding. I'm laying on the ground. The dog continues to attack me. I'm like 185. He starts slowly dragging me through the grass, like, ah, 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 ah. And through my haze, I can hear the trainer going, Taco, release. Taco, stop it. Taco, release. Taco, heel. Taco, stop it. And the dog won't stop attacking me. I'm like, oh, good. This one has PTSD. Fuck. Get this dog some help, Congress. The guy finally gets over to us. He, again, just touches the dog. Dog instantly. Camera's still rolling. Trainer leans down this far from my face and goes, the dog's name is Taco, asshole. Come on, buddy. Do you feel the power? Yes. 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 Oh, that's why I'm leading the congregation, because I screw up so bad I piss off other species. Shit. But we're not to the mountaintop yet. Are you ready to go to the mountaintop? Yeah. Are you sure you're ready to go all the way to the worst failure of my entire life? I'm glad you bastards care that much. Now, I had a TV show for all called Titus. Don't clap. This is the AA portion of the show, A-Holes Anonymous, and I'm the founding member. The time I was at Fox, we had 4 presidents in 3 years. And the presidents would come into the meetings with us and say the same thing. Titus, we love the show. It's perfect. Here's what you have to change. And they said it with no irony at all. Now, when I say I'm a failure, when I say I'm a loser, understand, you have to succeed pretty big to be such a failure like I am. I had my own show on national television that I wrote on, started, and executive produced with some really brilliant people. That's way up there, but it's nowhere near the mountaintop. The day this story happened, we're having a meeting outside of Rupert Murdoch's office. Big 80-foot conference room, 60-foot conference table. And the network president comes in with all her people. It's a woman this time, no reason for that, just facts. Studio president sits down with her people, my people on the other side of the table, and it felt like a rumble was gonna happen. You do know that only you thought the rumble was gonna happen, right? There was nobody else going, uh-oh, this feels like a creative meeting or a rumble. Why does Titus have a bat? Network president sits directly across me and says this. Chris, we love this show, it's perfect. Here's what you have to change. I want you to split up the main characters and have them cheat on each other. And here's a sentence that cost me $30 million. I looked the network president in the face, the person that runs everything. Someone on my side could have reminded me of that. Or stuck me in the neck with a number 2 pencil. That would have distracted me. I look her in the face and I go, do you even watch the show? Because let me explain to you, how this works. Yeah, that's where he started. I go, the show's based on one premise. Two dysfunctional, screwed up people together make a great couple that can survive anything. If I split them up, then all of a sudden they're scumbags like the rest of the world. They're not funny, they're not honest, audience doesn't like them anymore, and the show's over. So guess what? We're not doing it! And I knew when I finished, it was gonna be like Gladiator, man. Everybody's gonna be on their feet. Are you not entertained? And I finished, and I was the only one standing. And everybody else was quiet, and it was quiet. The only sound I could hear was the thermostat lowering itself. And then a tumbleweed blew across the table. And for some reason, I heard Clint Eastwood's voice. Wow, that was retarded. And the network president, cold as she could, looks me in the face and goes, fine, do what you want. And it turns out if you tell your boss they're stupid long enough, they will fire you. Write it down. But they couldn't fire me. They couldn't fire me because the show was doing so well. So instead what they did was they stopped all promotion of the show the next week. A month later they put us next to West Wing, which is the #1 show on television. Our ratings went down. But then the ratings started creeping back up again and they moved us again, except this time it was like Sunday morning at 2:30 a.m. And here's what a douchebag loser I was. I pissed them off so bad. They had to tell me by contract that they were going to pick up the show or cancel it by midnight on this certain day. They called me at 11:52. Yeah, I pissed them off so bad someone gave up sleep. They were like, we should probably call Titus and tell him, 3 more hours. I want to use up all his hope. And they called and they said, Mr. Titus, your show's canceled, sorry. And the phone went down. And the second the phone went down, I realized it was my fault. Wasn't the actor's fault. Stacy Keach, Zach Ward you saw tonight, my God, brilliant actors. The writing was brilliant. It was my fault. I pissed off the wrong person. And I didn't sleep that night. The next morning I went in and I grabbed my brand new baby girl out of her crib. A baby I could no longer afford. And you can't kill two. And I sat down in my very expensive house that I just purchased that I could no longer afford. And I glanced out the window at my totaled Viper. That was now officially a lawn sculpture. And I cried for an hour and a half. Because I realized no matter what I do in this life, no matter how successful I get, I'm going to find a way to burn it down. And I'm sure me crying for an hour and a half is not going to mess with my daughter when she's 19 in therapy. I have dreams of daddy sobbing. The next 4 days were not good for me, people. I had a breakdown. I was walking in the house in one flip-flop, open robe, bottle of vodka. Ah! I hate the network! I love the network. We can't work it out. And in the middle of my nightmare, my loving, caring wife at the time got in my face and said, you are such a loser, you can't even keep a TV show on the air. I love you, vodka. We don't need this bitch. So I divorced her, ha-ha! 4 years later, after I proved I couldn't keep a TV show on the air. Well, I divorced her actually, the real reason was because she was seeing 2 other guys. That's enough, right? And I came home one night from one of these road gigs out on the road for you people, and she said, all our money's gone. I go, what do you mean? She goes, our bank accounts are empty. What? They're overdrawn. I go, what happened? She goes, it was identity theft. And so I called the LAPD, and I got them to investigate. And they did handwriting analysis, and they investigated. And they found out it was identity theft, but it turns out my wife had stolen her own identity. So I filed for divorce. I went into court, I want a divorce. And the judge said, and then she stood up too, and also she said, I want a divorce too, Your Honor, because this man's been beating me for 20 years and beating the children. And the judge goes, Mr. Titus, you can't see your kids for a while till we figure this out. I already figured it out. She's a cunt. Now I want to talk about that word for a second, because I know that word is kryptonite to every woman in here, and I want you to know something. Before my divorce, if someone said that word out loud, I would go, dude, don't ever say that word again in front of me. Since my divorce, that word has become my binky. And to be very clear, it does not apply to 99.99999999999% of women. But that 1%, it is apropos. Thank you, Shakespeare. And they took my kids away, and instead I had to move out of my house in 12 days. So in a very, 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 very short time, I went from having everything I'd ever wanted in life to failing at my job, failing at my marriage, failing my children, failing financially, and I had to face that I failed as Darth Vader. And in all this nightmare, one amazing thing happened. A month and a half after it happened, I met this girl, this amazing girl, 5'11", smoking gorgeous, 13 years younger than me, and it's crazy hot, like model hot, way out of my league hot. And frankly, that was enough. You don't even need to speak English. You can speak the banjo and I'm cool. Just take off your clothes, get into bed, and feel the darkness in my soul, please. Total bonus, 2 college degrees, super smart, and she kept saying stuff to me, you know? Like, oh my God, you're so funny, and you're so smart, and you're so sexy. And my inner retard's like, what the hell is her problem, man? This girl is a liar, man. You know what it is, dude? She wants you for your money. I don't have any money. My ex took it all, and the lawyers are taking the new stuff. Oh, right. Oh, she wants you for your fame. I don't have any fame. The TV show's over. I gotta film my next special in Fresno. Yeah, keep that up. You might do in the next one in Turlock. Oh, I know what it is. Oh, she's more screwed up mentally than you are. Aha. That had to be it. That's every relationship in my entire life. Every woman I ever met, it went crazy. Just went crazy. And I hear you people that say have these unicorn relationships. Yeah, we dated for like 6 years, then we just decided it wasn't right, so we split up. We're still best friends. Wow. What is food like on your planet? Every relationship I ever had ended with cops. And me behind a door going, just get her out, man, just get her out. But this girl was so beautiful and so smart and said such nice things to me, I decided, you know what? I'm sticking this one out till she kills me in my sleep. And then I was in Phoenix working. Love going to Phoenix in the summer because it's hot, super hot. And if you're depressed, you can go out to a park, sit down, and just watch little kids burst into flame. I go to the club that night to do my show, and the club owner comes over to me and he goes, hey Titus, I gotta warn you about something. And please, never start a conversation with me like that, because my inner retard clicks on and goes, it's cancer, they told him to tell you. I go, what? And he goes, Nils Lofgren is coming to the show tonight. Oh, stop. Nils Lofgren, East Street band Nils Lofgren, one of the best guitarists of all time, is coming to the show tonight. Yeah, I guess you suck so bad at comedy, they've turned it into a rock and roll club. Why is Nils Lofgren coming to the show? I don't know, he called, said he wanted to come see you. Oh, even better, dude. You get to suck in front of one of your heroes. Hey, cue armpit sweat now. But for whatever reason, the show goes great. I have a killer show, I get done, I'm backstage, waiter comes back and goes, hey Titus, Nils Lofgren asked if he could come say hi to you. And I don't like meeting celebrities. Do not want to meet them, don't care, don't want. You know why? What if they're not cool? What if they're not what you like them for, right? What if they're different? I have this theory called douchebag credits. Listen up. Every celebrity has earned a certain amount of douchebag credits. Tom Hanks has the most douchebag credits. Here's what I mean. If tomorrow's paper read, Tom Hanks punches nun. Your first question is, what the hell did that nun do to Tom Hanks? Like a couple years ago, Charlie Sheen cashed all his in a weekend. He was like, winning Tiger Blood, But very brilliantly, Alec Baldwin kind of doles one out every 18 months. That's why you never hate Alec Baldwin. He never lets his balance get down too low. You just go, fucking Alec Baldwin. I guess he's hosting Saturday Night Live again. So, like Lindsay Lohan, bankrupt. But remember Robert Downey Jr. was bankrupt? Now he's back on top again, right? You know? Okay, so you can get him back. And I really don't want to meet him. I'm a fan of this guy, man. I've seen him on the E Street Band concerts on the 70-foot screen playing guitar with his face, doing these crazy solos, doing a backflip. The dude is a rock and roll Godzilla. He comes backstage, he's this tall. And I felt like Willy Wonka for a second. Who's got a golden ticket? By the way, we're friends now and he hates that joke, but what's he gonna do, punch me in the knee? He hates that joke a lot worse. So, just so you guys know, nicest guy in the world. You know, Dana Carvey told me something a long time ago. He said, the nicest people you'll meet in show business are the most talented. And this guy, the most zen-like, he just gives it up. He goes, dude, you great show, funny, great to meet you. You know, my wife and I didn't even know about you, but it turns out Bruce and Patty are fans. Bruce who? Because there's no way he's talking about that guy, and he starts laughing, and I'm not laughing. He goes, why don't you come to our show in LA in a couple of months? And I said, cool. Because the one thing I know about everybody in show business, we're always honest, we're always truthful, we do exactly what we say we're going to do. So I said, see you in LA. But my dad raised me mob style. You don't take favors from people. You do favors, but you don't take them. And then he taught me how to shoot an informant. So my plan is I'm going to buy my own tickets, go to the concert, be that guy. Oh, no, I respect you guys too much. I wanted to pay for my own tickets. But they sold out. So now what do? Well, you do what you did. You bitch up like a 7th grade girl and call Nils Lofgren. And I called him. I go, Nils, hey, man, I said, I tried to get tickets. I didn't want to bug you, but you said I could come. Let me buy them, though. Give the money to charity. And he's this guy. Dude, just shut up. I'll call you back in 4 days. 4 days later, I'm in my car driving. My phone rings. I pick it up. It's a woman. She goes, hi, is this Christopher Titus? I go, yeah. She goes, hi, this is Patty Springsteen. Patty Scalfa Springsteen? She goes, yes, you know my name. Rumble Doll Patty Scalfa Springsteen? She goes, oh my God, you know the album too. You can't just call me. You have to have 3 people call me to warn me that you're going to call me. Then I got to make a doctor's appointment, get a Ritalin prescription, take some Ritalin, and then you can call me. And she's laughing, and I'm not laughing. And she goes, I'm calling because Bruce and I are fans. And I go, Bruce who? Because there's no way. And she's laughing, I'm not laughing. And she goes, we want you to go to the show, but don't go down to the arena to pick up the tickets. Go to our hotel. And I said to her, this is the nicest thing. Thank you so much. I can't even believe this. This is amazing. Thank you. And I hang the phone up. And my girlfriend is 13 years younger than me, sitting next to me. And I go, that was Bruce and Patty Springsteen. And she goes, Bruce who? No, that's not even funny. In fact, you now have to shut up for the rest of the day unless NSYNC calls you. And we go to this hotel in LA on Wall Street. It's one of those hotels we don't get to stay in. It's like got gates and a guard tower and a helicopter all the time. It doesn't look like a hotel. There's just a little door in the front, a little tiny name. And you walk in, what the hell is this? And the Pope would go, damn. And I walk over to the guy, hi, how you doing? Are you the concierge? I speak a little banjo. Do you have something for Christopher Titus? And the guy goes, flip, flip, flip. Nope. Wow, dude, you got punked by Nils Lofgren. Hey, that's still pretty cool, right? And I instantly go into loser mode. I'm like, oh, sorry. And I take 3 steps, and the guy goes, I'm sorry, Mr. Titus, I do have something for you. It's in the vault. I'll be right back. It's in the vault? The dude comes back with an envelope. I'll never forget it. In the envelope are 2 tickets, row 1, seat 13 and 14, 2 backstage passes. On the bottom, handwritten, it says P.S., which I know means person of suspicion. So if you knew what a fan I was of these guys, they obviously know what a fan I am. They decided to have security watch my ass all night. But they weren't smart enough. What they should have done is put an exploding GPS tracking ankle bracelet in the envelope that I had to wear, and if I got too close to a band member, it would blow my foot off so they could escape. Don't go! Sign my boob! And my girlfriend goes, P.S. Patty Springsteen, idiot. I told you not to talk. And we drive to this concert, and I have to tell you something. I'm telling you this story because if you had it, I want to hear it. In my life, whatever I've done, I've never had access like this. We park behind the crew trucks. We go through a back door. We're standing in this little area right offside of the stage. And there's only 3 couples. It's dark. There's 2 other couples. Myself, my girlfriend, and that's it. And the dude is on stage. One of the best performers of all time is blowing up this arena. And honest to God, it was such a high point in my life, you could have put a bullet in the back of my head, execution style, like my dad taught me. And out of the darkness, the guy comes out. Hey, don't worry, my name's Tony. I'm with the crew. Nice to meet you, Titus. Listen, I'm going to need you to be here during the encore. I got to come get you and take you backstage because Bruce wants to talk to you. And I go, Bruce who? Because there's no way he's talking about that guy. And he doesn't laugh. He just goes, and walks away. Now, if you have not seen the E Street Band in concert, I don't care what race you are, how old you are, what sex you are, go see them. You won't believe it. It's the tightest band I've ever seen. My girlfriend, 13 years younger, she goes, I don't really care. Took her to 1 concert, 2/3 of the way through, she goes, I would do him in front of you. I know, right? Hell, I might do them in front of you. They're very good. Show's incredible. We get done with the show. Tony comes out of the darkness. Hey, guys, come on back. And he points to the other 2 couples because we're going backstage, right? And I'm trying to not geek out. I'm just like, I'm just maintaining the thin shred of cool I have. I'm like, and I let them go first because it might be his family, right? As these people walk in front of me, I realize it's the Edge from U2 and his girl, and Adam Clayton from U2 and his girl. And I turn to my girlfriend, that was the Edge from U2! That was the Edge from U2! She goes, stop hitting me, I'm filing domestic violence charges! And she's laughing and I'm not laughing. And my inner retard wakes up, do not speak to the Edge! You're going to say something stupid. Back away from the edge. It is dangerous near the edge. But it's Edge. And I barreled right up to him. How's it going, Mr. The Edge? Oh my God, I can't believe I'm meeting you. I'm such a huge fan. You guys are devout without being overtly devout. And your music is so inspirational. Oh, dude, when you guys came out with Vertigo, because you keep pushing the envelope, I couldn't believe that album. I didn't know it was you guys. Uno, dos, tres, catorce. What the hell is that, man? You guys are so good. I'm such a big fan. Now, had he stopped talking right there, this would be an amazing story. But dumbass continues on, says one more sentence, and turns it into a phenomenal story. I look the Edge from U2, international superstar, in the face, and I say, dude, I've bought so much of your stuff. I paid for that shirt. And my girlfriend looks at me, turns, and just walks away from me. She just bailed on me. Just on the battlefield, left me bleeding. To his credit, the Edge goes, great. Okay, that's how people look right before they call security. Back away from the Edge. And I heard what I said, and I'm like, God, dude, you're such a loser. And I pull myself to the side, and I'm like, you're an idiot. And I'm sitting down on this case, I'm like going, oh my God. And all of a sudden, Henry Winkler walks up to me. Do not ask him to go, hey. Don't do it. And for whatever reason, in this moment of feeling like crap, Henry Winkler's wife walks around him and goes, you're on that show Big Shots. She liked Big Shots? She goes, oh my God, you were so funny on that show. What a good actor. It's so nice to meet you. Wow, pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. And now my inner retard is totally confused. What the hell has happened tonight? Did you step through a wormhole to a parallel universe where your doppelganger is popular? Yeah, well, I'd shut up if I was you, or you're going to screw up a time-space continuum. I'm very smart for a retard. At least that's what Stephen Hawking says. At that point, Jackson Browne walks up to me. Yeah, my retard, do not speak to Jackson Browne. If you talk to Jackson Browne, I will cause an aneurysm and kill you myself. And I'm just freaking out. I can't maintain. I'm just shaking, and I turn towards the wall. Hello, wall. Thank you, God. Oh, God. Oh, wall is good. Whew. At that point, the band gets off stage. Springsteen walks by, he hugs the Edge, says something to him, says something to someone else, looks at me and goes, hey, Titus, I got a story for you, man. It's a long story. Nah, it's a short story. Nah, it's a long story. I'll see you in a minute. And he goes in his dressing room because he's all sweaty from the show, and he's wearing jeans and a T-shirt and a black vest, and he came out later all cleaned up perfect in jeans and a T-shirt and a black vest. I'm not kidding. And he goes, everybody, come in my dressing room, come on back. And we get to go into Bruce Springsteen's dressing room. And let me tell you something, I've been in show business a long time, and every dressing room I've ever been in, including the one here tonight, the best ones, are 2 steps above 7th grade boys' bathroom. It's just cinder blocks, a crappy rug, there's like a table with some wine on it, there's couches that, groupies have done creepy stuff on. Oh, if I would have brought a black light in, everybody would have thrown up. And we're standing there, me and my girlfriend are standing there, and all of a sudden Bruce Springsteen and Patty Springsteen start walking over to talk to us. And I realize I'm about to meet one of my heroes. Tell him what you did first. My buddy makes these rock and roll skull rings, so I got their ring sizes, and I had rings made for him because I want to be engaged to the Springsteens! Now tell him what else you did. I wrote Bruce Springsteen a 3-page letter. Single-spaced. Do you see how sad they feel for you right now? And I gave him the rings and I gave him the letter and he goes, man, do you want me to read this right now? No, smartest move he made all night. And she starts talking, and they're the nicest people. By the way, Bruce Springsteen has so many douchebag credits, he could walk up to you on the street, punch you in the face as hard as he could, and you would go, I'm sorry. I don't know what I did, but I got to work on it because Tom Hanks punched me like 2 days ago. Just so you know, nicest guy in the world, most normal human being in the world, and his wife is even nicer. And she goes, I want you to know why you're here. Our son Evan got us into you, and we live in a very philosophical household. And she looks over at him, and I had this weird thought of what it must be like to be his kid. Because if you're a fan of the boss, when he's doing those talks before he starts playing, you're just inspired. You're like, yeah! But if you're his kid, that's just your dad, and he won't shut up. Like, would it be hard to live in that all the time, like on barbecue day at the house? My dad used to barbecue chicken, and he used to flip that chicken with an American chicken spatula. But last year, the American chicken spatula company closed down. Now we got these Chinese chicken spatulas. I don't know. Just ain't the same America anymore. Hey, can you give me some plates? I need 1, 2, 3, 4 plates. So that goes through my head. And then he starts talking. And just so you know, it's weird because he's just a normal human being. That's where I really got out of it. And he goes, you know, my kid Evan, right, would come home every night for dinner after school and just sit down quiet and wouldn't say much. Then after dinner, he'd go in his room and he would watch something for hours. And frankly, I didn't want to know what the hell he was doing. But he did it every night, you know. He would actually be quiet at the table and then go in his room and just watch something. And after about 2 months, he came out of his room and he had these 2 box sets to your old TV show. And he held them up and he said, Dad, this show taught me a lot about life. I want you to watch it with me. And I say, and he goes, right? And it bugged me for a year because I'm like, what the? You know what it is? Is that I'm not the first person that couldn't speak English to him. So instead of having to say to everybody, what the fuck did you just say? He goes, right? And then you don't feel like an idiot. Your interviewer goes, oh, I guess you said something coherent. Okay. Just keep talking. What the hell? And so I don't say anything else. He keeps talking. And he just broke it down. He goes, you know what was really cool about that show? And I ain't a big fan of them sitcoms, man. But that one, I don't know. You had these horrible family stories, you know, and you made them funny. And then like about 2/3 of the way through, you would scare the hell out of everybody. And then you made that funny. And I don't know, man. It was like this roller coaster. And I ain't a big fan of them sitcoms, but that one, I don't know. It was kind of like art. And my inner retard's going, oh, this guy's an idiot, man. What is he talking about? I like John Cougar Mellencamp so much better than this guy. What an idiot. And I had this weird moment. Just a little tip, never have an epiphany in front of one of your heroes, because I must have looked like I just spazzed. I had one brain going loser, other brain was going, what did he say? They're like, And I had this quick thought of, in my life, I had never called myself a loser. No 5-year-old thinks that. I just believe what my dad said when he said it. And then when my ex-wife took it over, I guess my dad willed it to her when he died, I believed her too. And in this moment, when this man said this to me, I decided I will never again let these people define who I am. From now on, I will only let Bruce Springsteen define who I am. Yes! Yes! Because he's the boss! Because he's the boss! Don't clap, you do realize he's learned nothing from this, right? So we get done talking, they're very nice, and me and my girlfriend pull ourselves aside, they talk to other people, and here's the conversation my girlfriend and I have. I can't believe it. And then all of a sudden, Jackson Brown is standing right here. And I don't hear the voice. When I was 16 years old, I came home, just in the middle of summer, and I came home, and I walked in my bedroom, and my father had installed 3-foot speakers, these badass speakers on either side of my bed, and I knew aliens had kidnapped my dad and replaced him with someone who liked me. And he'd wired these speakers through the floor, under the house, to the front room and stereo. For the rest of that summer, all I did was turn that stereo up as loud as I could. It blew out the windows. AC, DC, you know, Beastie Boys, Journey, I apologize. What I didn't realize is school started in September. And what my father had actually done is install a 2,000-watt alarm system in my bedroom that he controlled from the front of the house. So from the first day of school that year till I graduated, my father woke my ass up at 6:45 with that stereo cranked up as loud as it would go and shot my ass to the ceiling to Jackson Brown's Running on Empty. Because he knew my grades and he thought that was ironically funny. So I tell Jackson Brown the Jackson Brown story. And had he stopped talking right there, This would be an amazing tale. But dumbass continues on and says, one more sentence. I look Jackson Browne in the face, international superstar again, and I go, dude, that album and your music is kind of like a soundtrack to my life. And my girlfriend looks at me, turns, and walks away again. And here's what I realized, that all these people we look up to, all these superstars we think are so cool, are just like us. Jackson Browne goes, man, I just wrote some songs. Wow, dude, why do you gotta make everybody feel creepy, man? Why? Why? You did it to everybody. You did it to the boss, the Fonz, the Edge, now the Pretender. Good job, idiot. So now everybody's leaving the dressing room, and I don't want to be the last guy hanging out in the dressing room. I'm lying. I want to be the last guy in the dressing room. Bruce, Patty, everyone's gone. What do you say we get Snuggies and popcorn? What are you up for? I think better of it, though, and I go over to him, and I go, hey, man, I can't believe this happened tonight. Thank you so much. We're getting ready to go now, and I don't know. Would you sign something for me, man? And he goes, yeah, man, of course I will. And he grabs a set list up to the top of set lists, and this is what he writes on it. Chris, best, thanks for the inspiration, Bruce Springsteen. And I walked out of there with the most beautiful woman in the world, and in the worst year of my life. I had the best night of my life. A month later, I'm pulling out of a car wash. Stay with me. I'm pulling out of this car wash and my phone rings and it says unknown. And I don't have any friends that are unknown. Hello? Hey, Titus, it's Bruce Springsteen. You can't call me, man! I told you I have 3 people riddling, then you call. And he's laughing and I'm not laughing. And he goes, man, we just got back from Europe. It was insane, man. The fans over there are nuts. You won't believe it. I got sick, though. I lost 10 pounds in 2 days. It was insane. I had to cancel the show. I said, you canceled the show? He goes, I know, right? Because he knows who he is. And I don't think who I'm talking to. And I go, because he's so normal, I go, dude, isn't it weird when you're sick backstage? You got 102 temperature, you walk on that stage, and all of a sudden, you're not sick anymore. You do this killer show, you walk back off, and then you're dead again. And he goes, well, that's because of the audience, man. He goes, you were dead, right? But you walked out on that stage, and they wanted to see that show. So they gave up their life to keep you going. And then you walked off, and you were dead again because they weren't there to keep you alive. Yoda? And minor retard is screaming, you do know you're talking to the boss, right? And he just dropped the knowledge on your ass. And I start to panic again, and I go, so what'd you call? Which must have sounded like, yeah, blah, 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 Bruce, pick it up, pick it up. He's such a normal human, he goes, oh yeah, right, like, I know you're washing your car, Titus, I'll let you get back to it. Idiot, what an idiot. He goes, the reason I'm calling, man, is he goes, we got back from tour, you know, and I remembered that you wrote me that letter, and I wanted to read it, and I was looking around the house for it, and I lost it. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank you, Lord in heaven. Because you know when he found that letter, this would be a call from the FBI. Yeah, man, so I was wondering what that letter said. Damn it! All right, relax. It was 3 pages. Okay, tell him it said this. It said, first page said thank. Second page said you. Third page said Bruce. And Patty, tell him that. But although this voice in my head ain't leaving, it ain't leaving none of us. You're gonna have it forever. I don't listen to mine anymore. And I told him what it said. It said, in 1985, I saw you at the Oakland Coliseum blow up 80,000 people. And I wasn't a fan. I was dating some girl that I was trying to sleep with. But I don't remember who that was now. But I remember that night, and about everything you'd ever done from that night and from that night forward. And I used to take your music on the road with me. And I would do these horrible gigs, and I'd listen to the music for hundreds and hundreds of hours, man, over and over. And these gigs were horrible, Bruce. I killed a baby once. And I'm laughing, and he's not laughing. And I quoted the lyrics. And the last paragraph said this. I didn't write this for me. I wrote this for the 25,000 people you played for tonight that are never going to be lucky enough to meet their hero and tell them what they meant to them. So for them, thank you. And he goes, wow, man, you know, that's really cool you did that. And had Bruce Springsteen stop talking right there, this would be a phenomenal story. But Bruce Springsteen continues on and says one more sentence. Man, I gotta ask you this. Did you really tell the Ed you bought his shirt?